Dustin. Hey, everybody. Good morning, New Jersey. I am your host, Liz Vaynerchuk Novello, and I'm so excited. Today is episode 1 of my very first YouTube show, and I'm excited to have you here. I wanted to share that this has been something I've been thinking about for a long time. And through the pandemic, I've been spotlighting New Jersey businesses and my love and passion for the people of New Jersey. And I'm so excited to have you. My name is Liz Vaynerchuk Novello. I have 2 small kids, Max and Hannah. I'm married to my college boyfriend of many, many years. So we're growing old together. I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey, and also just passionate of people and connecting. So today I get to welcome my very first guest, Gina Williams of the Bar Method in Bernardsville. And I'm so excited to have her because this is one of my very favorite spots here in New Jersey, here in Bernardsville, New Jersey. So please welcome Gina Williams.
Hi,
Gina.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being my very first guest. And of course, I thought of you because I don't love to work out. It's definitely not something inside of me. My husband can get up at 5:45 every morning and be very passionate. But when I discovered Bar Method, and it was through one of my best friends, Catherine Gilbert, who's an instructor there, as she was training to be an instructor, we had girls' night in my house, and she literally was showing me the moves in my living room. And then I came to my very first class about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And my first class, I had to call Catherine and ask her if music was even being played, because it was a workout like I've never done before.
Right, for sure.
And so I wanted to, first of all, congratulate you for having the studio for 11 years. It was just your 11-year anniversary, which is just so amazing. And you and your partner, Melissa Ramsey, have been running the Bernardsville branch of the Bar Method, which is a really insane and really great workout. And I'll let you kind of explain what Bar Method is. So take it away, Gina.
What's Bar Method?
What is Bar Method?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me and for having us. We are very honored to be the first guest for you, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
We have been here for 11 years, which is crazy. The Bar Method is an incredible workout that works out every single muscle in your body. The cool part about it is that everybody can do it in all different ages. You start with your upper body, you go down to your lower body, you do push-ups and sit-ups, it's all about body resistance. You use weights, it's cardiovascular. I mean, you can burn up to 530 calories in almost 55 minutes. So that's like a 5-mile run. It's a pretty interesting way to be able to strengthen muscles, lengthen muscles, burn fat and calories while you're listening to the greatest music and having so much fun, even though I guess sometimes you can't hear the music because you're so focused on the work. Right.
And it's true. You know, something that I learned at Bar Method, it's really these very small movements that I did not know can make such a difference. You know, when I'm consistent with Bar Method, my body looks different for sure. And I love the community that you built. I got to tell you that probably out of all the businesses or any workout I've ever done, or studio or gym, the environment that you guys have created at the Bernardsville Bar Method is incredible. It's truly a family, encouraging, you know, things from celebrating clients, having weddings, or even being a mother of the bride, to being, you have pregnant women doing workouts at the studio. And something that I love is I definitely am a person that needs eyes on me, and you guys give each and everyone an individual attention, which is really difficult to find unless you're doing one-on-one private sessions.
That's right. You're exactly right.
Can you tell me why Bernardsville. First of all, how did you and Melissa team up?
That is, I think in backing up to that, Melissa and I met before either of us had children, and our oldest to this are 17. So we've known each other for quite some time. And when we met, we were in the mood, the kind of time of life where everybody is as a young, adult out of maybe the city. We were having our first babies. How do you lose this weight? Melissa loves to work out, she is a workout person. I'm like you, Liz. I never could find something that I could love that worked for me. We ran into this girl, her name was Jen Hedrick, who had been living in San Francisco. And she taps us on the shoulder and said, do you want to start training to teach something called the Bar Method? And we thought to ourselves, I have no idea, but this sounds like something that we should do. And we just jumped. Okay.
That gave me chills. The fact that you both were like, yes, we'll do it. You didn't even back up here. So you were working out together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where were you working out?
We were working in a little studio in Livingston, New Jersey, that had some kind of a Bar Method feel. There was an old Lottie Burke method that was from Manhattan that ballerinas used to keep in shape. And that's where the Bar Method originated from. Our originator, Burr Leonard, taught that method. And then she kind of morphed it into the Bar Method. So when we said yes, there were no Bar Methods on the East Coast. So we were in an attic with 5 of us, training to teach something we had never seen. And Burr Leonard kept flying back to the East Coast, and we would fly there. And we were the first 5 people trained on the East Coast to do the Bar Method. And Melissa and I taught in Summit for 2 years, and we finally realized this is not just a workout. I mean, my body's totally changed. I feel amazing. We have to share this with people. And then we said, let's go do it. And here we are. And we did get to Bernardsville.
How did you pick Bernardsville? Because I don't know if a lot of people know where Bernardsville, New Jersey is. It's a really charming town. It flags towns as of Basking Ridge, where I live myself, Bend or Far Hills, but also your local Chatham and all those other surrounding towns. Even more, we have clients that come from Morristown, correct?
Absolutely. Bernardsville is a tucked away town in the mountains, but you feel like you're far away, but you're about 40 miles west of the city. And in this area, the closest mall is 15 minutes away. So what we wanted to do was bring boutique fitness. And right at the time we did this 11 years ago, it was kind of rearing its head. That you made a point earlier that this is like one-on-one training. It absolutely is personal training, but in a group setting. And you don't really feel like there's people around you. You feel like it's about you and you, right? At the Bar Method. And so with those surrounding towns of Basking Ridge and Morristown and Harding, we knew that, or we hoped that all these people were going to kind of feel this boutique fitness as something different, and it would hopefully take off. And I think it did.
And you've had clients from the beginning of time. Yeah. And a lot of people would say that, the same workout is boring, but it's not a boring because the workouts aren't the same and they do change. They have some foundations. You want to speak on that?
It's funny. I think as someone that works out, we all of our teachers, we all take classes as well as we teach it. The method itself works, and we have physical therapists and we have choreography that specifically focuses on different parts of your body. So maybe today is going to be an oblique day, my sides, right? And I'm going to marry together all these movements that I'm going to work my obliques, even in my, in any capacity. And so our job for you is to make sure that you are not bored. Our job for you is to make sure that that is hard enough, that is fun enough, that you don't even recognize that it's the same class over, and it won't be. So I think if you can see that people are staying with you with 11 years and then coming on board and staying with you, you know that they're engaged. And that is our number one goal, is to keep everybody engaged. And you know what, Liz, I think when you think about when you come in to work out, all of us are living in such a crazy time, even before the pandemic. Life is crazy, right? But if you can get 45 minutes to yourself, or an hour to yourself, that someone is focusing on you and you're focusing on you, I don't know. That's kind of a
For me,
beautiful in itself.
you know, being a mom to 2 young kids,
Yeah.
running a full-time business, it was me time, which I have not really done well during the pandemic to carve out. And honestly, it was my time. It was no phone calls. You go into the studio and you listen to the music and you focus on these small moves that really change your body. Could we also talk about, because I think a lot of people think like, okay, you have these instructors, but honestly, you know, being best friends with Catherine, I understand that there's training. It is not like you throw people in there. You have such a smart way of bringing on the right people with different personalities. With every class, everybody probably knows that, you know, with Marcy and her gloves, you're going to have a different workout and she's going to make jokes. And, you know, like Gina and Melissa, I mean, like you can't even get into their classes, but like, believe me, if you're like me, I kind of like, okay, I'm okay with that. And then Catherine with her energy, like something I noticed that she's always like 1 and 2, like, you know, so they all have their really unique personalities. And I think you did such a great job bringing on a team that has been with you. You really have very little turnover
You know,
for a business of 11 years.
well, I'll tell you what, our front desk Carly, she started with us 6 months before we opened the front door, and she's still here today. Angelica too, all of our teachers have been with us this entire time. I mean, and we didn't hire a group of people. Like to your point, we picked people that exuded the love for the Bar Method that we wanted them to exude to others. That was our primary goal. It didn't matter what you look like, your body type, nothing like that. It was about, are you so passionate about what you're doing that you can exude all of that to new people and want them to see the benefits of the Bar Method? And these teachers, I mean, these teachers are amazing. They learn anatomy. We have anatomy tests. It takes over 8 months to be certified. And we always have updated certifications and updated workshops. You know, what's changed, what's different, what works, what doesn't. And it's something that Melissa and I kind of look at and we say to ourselves, we are so lucky. We are so lucky.
Yeah. You know, I think luck may be part of it, but really it starts and stems from the top. And it's so true. And you're talking about, you know, even changing and evolving just in your own certifications, which brings me to the next topic, how you have pivoted your business during the pandemic. Because honestly, when we shut down, and I think, you know, I have a lot of friends and followers in different states, and it's mind blowing. I even saw somebody working out at a gym without a mask. New Jersey is so strict, you know, and can you explain when New Jersey shut down?
Yeah.
Those 48 hours, like where your mind was. Because I think a lot of people like me thought it would pass, or it would, you know, like we would have like a couple weeks and we'd be in our houses. This transformed, you know, literally my kids have been barely in school. They only go to school twice a week with every other Wednesday, but they have not been in full-time school since March, I believe, March 13th or 17th or something.
No,
so can you explain to me the pivot that you guys took? Because it was fast, because a lot of businesses know how to digest. You did not skip a beat, and I found that to be so impressive. Can you take me back to March week where we knew things were getting shut down? Really, the fitness industry, restaurants, like so many of our businesses, especially small businesses, really had to think hard and fast on how to continue to make their business work. So can you share that?
Sure. That week was the week of Friday the 13th of March, right? I will never forget it. And I remember being in the studio, and Melissa and I had done a little bit of work on Zoom. I had done some consulting on Zoom, so I knew how the platform worked. We also had done a couple of front desk calls because everybody's schedules were different. So I remember saying to myself, and one of my teachers, Joyce, was with me, if we're going to close this weekend, if this we're saying is true, what are we going to do? Can we do this over Zoom? So I remember running in the back, grabbing this giant ladder, putting my laptop in one of the studios, right? And I had the laptop down. I have Joyce there. I've got music coming from my phone just to see if that would work. And then somebody go into the other space and say, okay, you dial in, listen to the music, and I'll teach you. And how does it work? It looked awful. It did not look good. It was like, oh my gosh, but you could do it. You could figure this out. So we quickly upped our subscription to Zoom for 300 people. That weekend, things were shut. And that very Monday morning, I was home in my living room. I put the computer on my mantle, and Melissa and I are saying, all right, how's this going to roll? And Angelica and Carly behind the scenes technically said, we've sent everybody an 800 number. They're going to dial in, and let's just see what happens. And it was like diving headfirst into something that we had never done. And you know what? We had like 100 people on that call.
Really? And you know what? The fact that you said you went in head first, obviously you ladies know how to go in head first because you started Bar Method head first.
Yeah.
And now there's another example of how you and Melissa just jump in and go for it. What do you think it is about yourself? Because, I was a stay-at-home mom for so many years. And before I decided to go into real estate, I talked about it for so long because I was so scared. And something I think that Bar Method really does is really bring out strength, inner strength, and physical strength in women. And anybody who's been out of the workforce, that is. So what do you think is inside of you, Gina? Since we don't have Melissa here, what do you think is inside of you? When did you know that you were just that girl to take chances in life? What do you think really makes you do that?
Well, I think your whole life experiences lead you to where you are, correct? I mean, you're a product of your environment. And I can only speak for me. I can guess about Melissa for sure. But my mother died very young, and she died at 57. And she was that person. She was that person that said, like, every day's a gift, and you got to go for it, right? If you're not happy, get happy. You end strong, you go strong. You're not always going to know the answer, right? But if you don't try, you're never going to get there. So I think the combination of that and just feeling like I needed to do something on my own, both of us, to help other people and to take the risks that were necessary to take. I think I got that from her. And I think that being scared is not an option. I think everyone's scared, right? I think what you do when we're scared is what really matters.
You and I've spoke about your mom before. And so, it makes sense that she would be such an instrumental part of your ability to just go for it. I have, really enjoyed being at the studio, but something that you are providing now, what is it? Can you share with me like what New Jersey is actually doing with fitness studios? Because I know that you guys are like really being so smart about this. But I haven't been back to the studio. I've only heard through Catherine and you and some clients that I'm friends with. Please share how the studio itself is doing and providing a safety measures. And then we can talk about more on the virtual side.
100%. In studio classes, we're at 25% capacity. So, it's one of those things that we're spaced out. Obviously, everyone does wear a mask. You think it's awful. It's not. It's really actually, you get quite used to it. We provide those disposables if you want to switch, because they're really a game changer if you're working out. And the teacher that's live in the studio has those 25% capacity people live, and simultaneously she's set up with the new technology that we've got different cameras now. We've kind of mapped this out to be a little bit more professional than it was on my mantle. And she's streaming with people all over, mostly Bernardsville, but there are people all over the place that join in and are part of our community no matter where. So she's doing that at the same time. And she's positioning everything so she can give everybody her attention. And then people come in, they have places to put their things. They, hand sanitize, they come out one by one, exit. And it's very, very, very safe. And we clean after class, and we clean before class. And
you guys have always been really clean.
Yeah.
That was even before the pandemic. It was always wiping down. You change out studios. I always noticed that you guys did that. So obviously now it's just way more intense on wiping down and things like that.
Correct.
So, speaking of virtual, how many people actually come in on virtual? I mean, you also do recordings, right?
That's exactly right. So we can have up to 300, but on a regular given day, if you take the entire day, we have about 120 to 30 people that are taking class. Any virtual can be anywhere from 30 people to 50 people. And then typically the recordings are anywhere from 30 to 60 people. And those recordings are automatically available for the next 24 hours. So you have all these options to take live classes where you can be at home. All you need is a chair. You can use water bottles or a weight, or you can just get the link and the link comes to you and you can do it whenever you want to, with your phone, off your computer.
I remember in the early days of the shutdown, people were using canned goods. And then I think everybody was trying to get deliveries of hand weights to their houses and makeshift gyms. Or, as Catherine shared, people are Zooming from their closet. But here's something else. You don't have to turn on your camera. This is something you could do private. And I have to mention, even the community of when you start at Bar Method, I really want to make it clear that not everybody's in shape when they come.
Oh, no.
Not a place where it's a happy and safe environment. And I think that's super important. But I also think that having the ability to work out and then using cans, or if you don't have hand weights, was really brilliant. And you just need a chair, like Gina said, or dressers, or whatever, so you need your camera, your laptop, whatever, phone, and to zoom in. Gina, so tell me what your studio is like. Let's take a tour of your studio.
Okay. I have to put my mask on because I do, but it is a Bar Method mask, which is really cool. Okay, you ready? All right, you guys ready to go? All right, off we go. Off we go. We're leaving the office. Here we come. Okay. So you can kind of see, I'm going to show you, we have stickers on the floor, right? And everybody puts their things on a sticker that are socially distant. Okay? I'm going to show you Angelica right here. Okay?
Hi, Angelica!
Okay, so Angelica is on her computer right now. Let me see. And what she's doing is she's managing the live stream that's going in. So you have people that are in there taking class live, but she's on the back end making sure, kind of like we have somebody on the back end of this interview, making sure we're technologically sound. Right, Justin? I met Justin. Okay. All right, let's go in the studio, but I'm going to be quiet. Okay, off we go.
Hold on behind your guys.
Here's Liz doing both.
And bend forward at your waist, okay? Everybody squeezing their seat and bending forward, yes? All right, everybody let go of your thighs. Just hold your arms next to your thighs.
So what you just saw was that Liz is down, they're doing their ab work, and she's sitting there teaching to people, they're on the floor, as well as people on the stream. And then, we sell things, you see all the clothes we have, and candles and just all that good stuff. We have another studio over here that's empty at this moment. You can kind of see it behind me. And it's a beautiful environment. I love it here. After 11 years, I step on my gas pedal harder still when I come.
I love it. And prior, to the pandemic, they're in the back room are showers and lockers and things like that.
Oh, they're closed now, so I didn't take you back there because it's all dark and closed off. We just keep that front area open, no showers and whatnot. We have one bathroom. But I have to tell you, it feels safer here than it feels anywhere. But your comfort level is your comfort level. And can I also mention, Liz, let's say take away COVID-19 for just a quick second. And let's just say that you're intimidated to come live into the Bar Method for whatever reason. Keep your pajamas on, turn your video on, take a couple of streaming classes, get your feet wet, and maybe it is an opportunity at that point to say, gosh, I really think I'm going to like these people. You'll get a real sense of who we are by just doing that.
Gina, two things. A, you'll never probably not stream classes, right? This this will be part of the business moving forward.
100%.
And something that you have, I want you to share with the audience for them to have the opportunity. So go ahead.
Okay. Everybody needs to get a pen though. I'll give you a pen. You got one? Okay, she's got one. Okay. Here's what you're going to do. We're going to offer you 3 free streaming classes. And I don't care where you are. Our community is you, okay? The phone number that you're going to text is 973-769-1480. And you're going to type in a promo code LIZ. Okay, I'll say it one more time. 973-769-1480. Type in Liz. As soon as that happens, you're going to get a link to 3 free classes. And Liz and I talked about why 3. Well, the first one, you're figuring it out. The second one, you're like, certainly get this. And the third one, you're going to say, I feel.
And the third one, you're going to get hooked.
That's right. No, but one is not enough. One is not enough.
First of all, one's not enough because, like I told you, I didn't even know if music was streaming because it was something I've never experienced and tried before. Right. First of all, that is so generous, and thank you so much for even sharing that with my community. So just to wrap it up with you, and then I just have closing notes. But Gina, just to go back, I guess the question of the day to you would be, what do you love about New Jersey? Where is your favorite New Jersey spot, place to go, or even favorite place to eat? Whatever you would like to share, because I think part of me wanting to do this show is that New Jersey is so beautiful, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. I went to school in Vermont, and we used to watch Sopranos on Sundays, and I think they only had that vision, or where they came in or flew out of Newark airport. And so I just want to know what you love about our beautiful state.
All right. Well, I think we need to change that perception for sure, without a doubt. Besides here. One of my favorite spots, and I'm going to give everybody away my secret spot. So if you see me there by myself having my coffee, please come by. There's a little town in New Jersey at the beach, okay? And it's called Seagirt. It's 14 blocks long. And within the boardwalk on Seagirt, and I don't say boardwalk like Seagirt Boardwalk, I say boards that seaside, like that kind of boardwalk that you have in your mind of Jersey Shore, but it's just boards that you walk on. And there's about 14 blocks of that. And there's gazebos. And on those gazebos, you sit there, and it is one of the most peaceful places I've ever been in my life. Even traveled to the Caribbean and all those places. I will go there any day over anywhere else.
Wow, Gina.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you so much for being guest number 1 on episode 1 of Good Morning New Jersey. And I'm so excited for anybody who wants to try Bar Method. We'll have the opportunity from you and Melissa's generosity.
Oh, we're grateful. We're grateful. Thank you, Liz. Thank you.
And I just want to close off to everybody. This has been so amazing. Just the love and support, all the comments, all the text messages. I've been dreaming of doing this for so long. And for a stay-at-home mom who once upon a time had to tell herself that it was okay to do something other than be a mom. And that's my first job, and I love it so much. But I am telling you, if you have a dream, just like Gina did, just like Melissa, that you can do anything you want. And so I just wanted to have these morning shows to showcase local businesses, interview mayors, even maybe get Bruce Springsteen on. I don't know, just really famous New Jersey people, and also residents of being here for so long. How long have you lived in Jersey, Gina? Are you from
Well, 20 years this round, but I grew up when I was younger, so most of my life.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you. And I must say thank you to Dustin and, of course, to my brother, Gary Vaynerchuk, who, without him, I would not be here doing this, because he really helped me make this a dream come true. And also the fact that he always inspires me. And so thank you to everybody.
Thank you.